Dodgers took the first 3 games of this fall classic. The Yankees responded with an 11-4 season-saving win last night. Dave Roberts' lineup for Game 5 looks like this with Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman. Can Freddie Freeman do it again? A home run in all 4 games in this World Series. Max Muncy's struggling, trying to get him going at just 0 for 12 in this World Series. Edmund Smith and Gavin Lux wrap things up for the Dodgers. And with their season on the line, they hand the ball to their ace, Garrett Cole. And John, you've been in those shoes before. What's he got to do tonight to get this to a Game 6?
Well, the first thing he's got to do is something his teammates haven't done, and put a 0 in the first inning. Keep the crowd in it, keep his team in it, pitch the first inning like the ninth. And then you know what? When he gets in the second inning, pitch it like the ninth. So on and so forth. You've got to find a way, no matter how many innings you pitch, it's your last start. Don't get a game or an inning with a crooked number.
We take a look at Fox Foresight, powered by Google Cloud, taking a closer examination of Garrett Cole. They're giving him a 58% chance to allow 2 runs or less in this game. This is 22nd career postseason start, one of the best postseason pitchers of all time, with a 2.91. But this is the kind of night where legacies are built. Game 5 of the World Series, pitching to save the Yankees season.
Yeah, you want to hand the ball to Game 6 to your teammate. And on the flip side, Jack Flaherty wants nothing to do with that. So it's got to still be fun, but you've got to make sure. Last start, he challenged the Dodgers with a lot of fastballs. You saw the breakdown there. I would anticipate that he's going to spin the ball a little bit more than usual in this ballpark, in this game, and in this moment, because fly balls go to the seats here.
Well, for the Dodgers, still right in front of them. 1 win from an 8th World Championship. Shohei Ohtani, as diminished as he may be, still in the lineup with that bad shoulder. Off we go in Game 5 with a fastball that's lifted to center field. And the same way Game 1 began, Game 5 begins with a fly out on the first pitch to center field from Ohtani.
Garrett Cole does not have to throw every fastball 98. And what he showed in the start in LA was he was a little bit flat with his fastball, got some hard hit outs in the first inning. But then when he needed to elevate the velocity, he did it. He can spin it really well. He's got that changeup he'll use, command the strike zone.
Delivers to Mookie Betts. With his first breaking pitch of the night. Only threw 11 of those curveballs in Game 1. That was his 2nd lowest total this year. And you saw him say, as far as the slider goes, he gave the throat slashing motion during that start, said, I don't have it. Fastball, a little bit away here, 1-1. A run over 6+ innings in that game, struck out 4, didn't walk anybody.
Your job as the starting pitcher of a game like this in elimination is to send a message. You send a message to your team, not on my watch. To the other team, you're in trouble. That's what you want to do. You don't want anything to upset that flow.
Here's a cue shot. Curve gets it off the end of the bat, and a rover to first and 2 away. Well, this has been much easier said than done, getting this guy out. In the first inning of the 2 games here in New York, Freddie Freeman, you talk about sending a message, has done just that. 2-run home runs in the first inning of both games here.
Yeah, he has been locked in after the rest, and he'll be wanting to be aggressive on the first pitch. He usually is. Garrett Cole at some point will have to bust him in to get him out of the way, but getting him out of the way will be the priority, I would think, tonight.
Bases empty, 2 gone first inning. Freddie Freeman pokes the first pitch foul. 4 games in this World Series, 4 home runs, and a Dodger World Series record, 10 driven in. They said enough. They've been saying that all series after his grand slam set the tone in Game 1. Now to 0-1, Freeman takes a rare changeup from Cole for a strike. They did it in Atlanta, 2021 World Series, homered in the last 2 games there. He's homered in the first 4 games here, the only player in World Series history to homer in 6 consecutive games. Pokes this one the other way. Routine for Alex Verdugo. Tone set by Garrett Cole. Well, the Yankees lineup best in the American League all regular season woke up in Game 4. Here it is for Game 5. Torres, Soto, and Judge. And then in the middle of the lineup, same look as yesterday. Chisholm bats cleanup. Stanton is 5, Rizzo is 6. Bottom of the order told the story yesterday. These guys drove in the first 7 Yankees runs and helped them get off of the mat after they scored just 7 runs the first 3 games. They faced Jack Flaherty. John, this guy's had a very up and down postseason. 4 runs in his first start. No runs in his second start. 8 runs allowed in the championship series against the Mets, but then 2 runs in Game 1 against the Yankees. His first pitch tonight is to Gleyber Torres, and it's a fastball with good life for a strike.
Yeah, he made one mistake to Stanton that cost him the 2 runs on his way out. Otherwise, he was flawless in the fastball success and location. If he's got that right there, that's what you look for Jack Flaherty. It doesn't have to be 95, but now he can spin breaking balls off of that height of that fastball.
Broxton fires 0-2. There's a ball, 1-2. And in his 2 good starts, because really you can separate his 4 starts in this postseason in 2 buckets. 2 really good, 2 not very good. The 2 really good ones, opponents 0 for 17 against that fastball.
Yeah, that's, again, they're looking for spin, so when he throws it for strikes.
Off the end of the bat here with a slider. Torres the first out.
2 really good offenses will be normalized if you can get to 2 strikes quickly. If you can pitch ahead, you've got a chance to keep these 2 offenses down. If you pitch behind, you're going to be really rolling the dice.
As Juan Soto comes to the plate here, I think extra important this first inning for Jack Flaherty, John, with the Yankees bats flying high from last night. This place ready to explode again. Talk about Cole setting the tone. Flaherty's got to set one of his own.
He does, and boy, did Cole do it. Highest velocity all year, by the way, for Garrett Cole in the first inning. And for Jack Flaherty, all he has to do is match. Match 0 for 0.
1-0 to Soto. Outside ball 2. Soto reached twice against him in Game 1. Hit a home run in Game 2. Relatively quiet, though, the last couple days.
He has. He's been a little bit in between. The slower breaking ball has been getting him with 2 strikes. But this is what he can do. He can frustrate the pitchers. And at some point, he's got to swing 3-0 on a fastball and shock the person that normally thinks he's going to take a walk.
See if that comes right here. Is it a World Series green light? And instead takes it 3-1.
I mean, he's so good that you just got to let him go. I know he's so focused on getting on base, and he's a monster at doing it. But you can't let pitchers keep throwing 3-1 fastballs.
Takes ball 4. Soto, the first base runner of the night. And Aaron Judge coming to the plate. It was Jack Flaherty that started his World Series struggles in Game 1.
Yeah, he had him confused. He struck him out 3 times on 2 different breaking balls and then a fastball that cut. This is a different version. First pitch, I would imagine, will tell you a lot about Aaron Judge and tonight.
Fastball driven the other way. Sleeping Giant has awoken.
So, Joe, what do you think it told him?
I think he's back.
He's on time. He took a lot of great pitches yesterday, and Jack Flaherty tried to surprise him with a fastball, but Aaron Judge was ready. And the fans and the team have been waiting for this great player to be unleashed. Step 1.
Now Jazz Chisholm. So it's the Yankees with the first inning home run here in Game 5, and it comes from Aaron Judge. Yesterday, while the rest of the lineup was exploding around him, he little by little was showing signs that he was coming out of it. And connects right there for a no-doubt blast the other way. 58 during the regular season. 2 over the first 2 rounds. First one of the World Series right here. 2-1 on Chisholm.
We said all series, when you're pulling off the ball and you're mechanically lost, you're not going to hit the ball. You're going to swing and miss.
Now it's Chisholm. High drive, right field. Goodbye. Back-to-back in the first inning, Judge and Jag.
When you stay on the ball and go to right field, this park was made for a lot of Yankee hitters, and he did it perfectly. As a hitter, you have to feel it, you have to see it, and when they happen, you can get out of a slump quickly.
And now Stanton provided the lone blemish on Flaherty game 1, hitting a 2-run home run off a curveball. The Yankees hit 3 home runs the first 3 games. They've got 5 the last 9 innings.
Well, Stanton was out early on the curveball machine, and I mean tracking him and swinging at him. He was hitting balls to right field like a left-handed pull hitter.
Jack Flaherty, after giving up just 2 runs over 5 1/3 in game 1, has given up 3 here in the first. 3-0 to Stanton is a strike, and it's 3-1. Yeah, much of this play is still standing. Yankees have kept on believing. And this fan base, this crowd has helped lift them up. On a payoff, Stanton cracks it to center field. Hernandez twists around, stumbles, recovers, and makes the catch with a smile on his face. What an adventure that was for the second out. Back to the Chisholm homer, John.
Jazz is a good middle down fastball hitter. That's exactly where he got it. He has been swinging so big and over the top of fastballs that this jolt yesterday has sent this lineup more comfortable. It's hard to explain in baseball, but stuff like that happens and everyone starts feeling a little bit better, even about themselves.
2 outs, and Rizzo takes downstairs, ball 1. Rizzo singled against Flaherty in game 1, and in his career .435 against Flaherty, 3 home runs. A lot of that coming when they're both in the Central. Rizzo with the Cubs, Flaherty with the Cardinals. Dave Roberts already getting that bullpen going. It's going to be one of the storylines in this game to watch. How soon did Dave Roberts act with a fully loaded bullpen, not wanting this series to go back to Los Angeles?
I can understand the first pitch fastball to Judge. You know why? Because they've been spinning and spinning, and he took some good looks at it. But Judge was absolutely ready for it. He didn't miss it.
And you said it. Aaron Boone has said he thinks it's a timing thing. If he gets that foot down on time, the ball's going to fly, and when that begins to happen, mentally he feels like there's nobody in the world that can get him.
That's right. I mean, things when they start happening slower for great players, that's when they don't even flinch. And we hadn't seen him go to right field at all, so you know he was working on it.
One of his staples in this ballpark. He'll hit his fair share of Titanic blast to the pull side, but he also loves sending them that way. 3-2 from Flaherty. Rizzo takes strike 3. That's the inning. That big man right there in center field has brought them to their feet. And the Yankees have a 3-0 lead here in Game 5 after an 11-4 win in Game 4. Garrett Cole to Teoscar Hernandez with a fastball that gets the call at the top of the zone. Cole with a 1-2-3 first inning. And the stuff looked live in that first. Little pop-up. Rizzo giving it a look. Out of room.
Now the one thing you got to do, I mean, it is awesome to get a 3-run lead, but you cannot pay attention to it. We've talked about how hard that can be. Garrett Cole has been in these situations a lot. He's not going to be any one bit unnerved or shocked, but to just, again, get 3 outs, get the lead out, get all the different simple things, and make this game as stress-free as possible for him.
Good take by Teoscar Hernandez. Hernandez had an 0 for 18 slide. He since, it looks like John has shortened up the swing a little bit. 5-game hitting streak, hitting .350 in that time.
Absolutely has shortened it up, and he's gotten flatter and quieter, which takes a little power away.
Down swinging right here,
but less of that. This breaking ball is so tight. You see those dots. When the seams come together and create a dot, hitters cannot stand that because they can't see it. What they can see is when those seams come together and makes a big circle. That is not a good breaking ball, and it's usually hit pretty far.
That's the one that he ditched last game. Said he just didn't have. That's the curve and a strike on Muncy. Muncy, after a record-setting championship series, 0 for 12 with 8 Ks in this World Series. Working in the cage today, he went to an old trick that's gotten him out of slumps before, where he'll do this little step back with his back foot. It looks really unorthodox, but several times throughout his career, he snapped out of a slump almost immediately when using that trick. Tough spot here, though. Down 0-2 and takes away.
At some point in this at bat, I would expect Garrett Cole to climb the ladder with a fastball, get above the belt, get above his hands, see if he can get an aggressive swing out of Max Muncy.
The 1-2 going up with it. It is a fastball and it's fouled off.
And if it would have been up just about 6 more inches, that would have been hard for him to get to. He slowed him down with breaking balls. And here's the step back you're talking about, just to kind of center him. But he'll actually take that foot and go back to the Yankees dugout with it.
Takes this fastball. Doesn't matter what you're doing with your swing if you watch it go by. Like a house by the side of the road, he becomes out number 2.
Painted.
Garrett Cole's retired the first 5. He's delivered strike 1 to all 5 hitters so far. Here's Kike Hernandez. Tripled against him in Game 1. He's hitting .390 against him lifetime.
Everything is crisp, and he's super calm. He's setting the tempo. His team fed off of that top of the first with 3 in the bottom of the first.
I mean, that is the look of a guy who's been here before. 21 postseason starts, 3 starts in the World Series. Dry brow of a guy who's not one bit phased. The man for the moment for the Yankees. Home of the 1-1 pitch. Hernandez flies it to right center field. Soto the call and the catch. Bottom of the Yankees lineup. Usually that is a bad thing, but yesterday it was the main thing. Anthony Volpe with his breakout performance. Grand slam to turn everything around. Big swing down the line and picks up finds his way into second with a leadoff double.
That's why baseball's crazy. I know a lot of people try to figure it out, but you can't figure it out. You can look completely lost, get a big hit, see the ball, confidence starts boiling better. The next thing you know.
Man, oh man, it hadn't been that long. He was a hot hitter. But then it had disappeared. 1 for his first 12 in this World Series before yesterday. Similar thing for the hitter here in Austin Wells, who was in a longer slump, but he broke out too with a home run and a double yesterday. His first multi-hit game in 50 days. Left side of the infield wide open. Tommy Edman behind the bag at second. Ground ball to first. That'll advance Volpe.
Well, Joe, what happens when you're playing the same team over and over again in a series, and the hitters see the same things that are working against them? Eventually, the more they see them, the better chance they have to make the adjustment. And you're facing really, really good pitching. So you wouldn't face 7 games, 6 games in a row with 2 different teams that could articulate the same thing. So that's why it can be difficult in a postseason. Look really, really bad when it wouldn't in the regular season.
Infield pulls in as Alex Verdugo comes up. Runner at third, 1 away. Kind of guy the Yankees like up in this spot. Good bat to ball guy. Showed it off in the 8th inning yesterday, fouling off 5 consecutive pitches, an 11 pitch at bat before he brought in a run. Flaherty's 1-0.
Verdugo waits as long as he can. It almost looks like he's just rope-a-doping the pitcher, like, I'm not paying attention, I'm not paying attention. Then all of a sudden he lets it go. He keeps his hands back and he tries to let the ball travel, and obviously he's trying to lift the ball right here.
3-0, top of the order next. Mark Pryor to the bullpen phone. Already saw Anthony Banda loosening. He's loosening again. Likely be for Soto. There's 2 batters away.
I'm saying the green light. He's got the green light right here.
Homered a couple nights ago. He's got power in that bat.
That was a perfect pitch.
Yeah.
The only time when you're given the green light as a hitter, it's got to be middle, thigh high, and this is paint.
Tough guy to strike out. Flaherty could really use a strikeout. Runner at third, 1 away. Down 3-1. That's a base hit. Different night, same story. Bottom of the Yankees lineup gets it done. Alex Verdugo drives in Anthony Volpe, and it's 4-0.
Controlling the counts. Taking advantage when you're ahead of the count as a hitter. The Yankees the last 2 games have done a better job. The first 3 did not. And this is what the Dodgers do. And they put so much pressure on the opposing pitchers. And unfortunately, that's going to be it for Jack.
9 hitters for Jack Flaherty, whose postseason roller coaster continues. After 2 runs in game 1, pitched into the 6th inning. A disaster in game 5. Man, oh man, has it changed fast. The offense listless the first few games, just 7 runs. This is a little more like this has looked around here much of the summer. The top offensive team in the American League, #1 in home runs, #1 in walks. And it has come to life just in time to keep their season going. Dodger bullpen goes to work in the 2nd inning. Anthony Banda to Gleyber Torres. Went around, strike 1.
Yeah, that wasn't in the cards or the anticipated plan for Dave Roberts.
Woo! Well, they've got really, you could argue, their 6 best arms all fresh. None of them pitched yesterday. Dave Roberts stayed away from the top two in Trinan and Kopech, the lefties Vesia and Hirbanda, and then two of the top righties in Gratterall and Brazier. On 3 pitches, Torres retired. Bigger problem they have right now, though, is this 4-0 hole that Flaherty's left him in, and dealing with Garrett Cole at the same time.
Yeah, that is the double-edged sword. But the Dodgers feel like if they can just maintain this, their offense has always shown the ability to climb back in the game. But Dave Roberts, even though he has a day off tomorrow, can't really empty the bucket with his bullpen just because his offense is going to have to show an ability to cut it in half before he does that.
This is a matchup right here Dave Roberts liked. Anthony Bondi talked about the depth on his breaking ball, and then Juan Soto was such a pretty level swing. He kind of liked the way that pitch characterized against his swing, and you saw it right there. On an 0-1, Soto takes in the dirt. Smith keeps it close by. Verdugo now takes off, and he's got second. One night after the Yankees set their franchise World Series record with 5 stolen bases, some heads up run right there from Verdugo.
The old adage, and one of the worst statements in sports, I think. Our backs are up against the wall. We got nothing to lose. Play loose, boys. That's just not true. Your backs may be up against the wall, but if you had nothing to lose, you wouldn't be down 3 games to none. So it's the easy statement to say, but really, when you unlock some things for a team, when they can experience some success, then that momentum makes them play freer.
Yeah, it's like nothing to lose. How about our season? Verdugo at second, 2 away, and a 2-1 from Banda to Juan Soto. Fouls it off himself, and it's 2-2.
You got to get every member to believe last night that you were coming packed to go to LA.
Don't be bringing just a bag with nothing in it.
Yeah,
with a prop. Have that thing ready.
You got to believe you're going to LA, and a good start towards that.
Two and 2. Here it comes. Count is 4. Three in the first for the Yankees. A run in the bank here in the second. Chance for more with Soto. Bonda's payoff in the dirt, and Judge is coming up. Finally came to life his last time. We take a look at StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. His first home run of the Fall Classic.
That is what this fan base is used to right there.
6'7", 280s, built like a NFL defensive end or a superhero, whichever way you want to say it.
And you know what's amazing? When you're standing on the mound and a guy is that big at the plate, the strike zone looks huge. But you know what happens?
Tricks you?
He shrinks it because of the way he can do damage in that strike zone. And there's your average height and weight of all the leagues. And there's not a lot of examples in baseball where a guy that big can be that good for this long, and he's doing it.
And there's evidence, John, from this season that it can turn fast, and when it does, look out. Because remember, a month into the year, this guy was hitting $178. There are questions, what is wrong with Aaron Judge? Pretty much overnight, he was Superman again and had one of the best offensive seasons we've ever seen. 2 on, 2 out. Judge takes down.
It's almost now as if he's got blinders on anything below his knee. Like he doesn't even, his head won't even go down. That's the difference between swinging at those pitches and taking them like you knew it was coming.
Verdugo, the man at second, Soto at first. Bonda to Judge, the 1-1 pitch. Outside ball 2, just so much less jumpy. Yesterday saw 10 pitches out of the strike zone and only chased 1 of them. It's a guy who struck out 3 times, both games in LA, another couple times first game here. Now to 2-1 from Bonda. The homer in his first time. Judge takes outside, ball 3.
This will be another sign if he's not super aggressive on 3-1 and recognize the pitch and then let it go. He's locked in.
And the bases are loaded.
That would have been a swing, an easy swing before yesterday.
And he's not even budging. Well, that strikes fear into you. If you're the Dodgers, as the Yankees put the pressure on, trying to get this series back to Los Angeles. And it looks like if they're able to do that, they're going to have their superstar with his full powers. Chisholm followed Judge's homer with one of his own his first time, and he takes strike 1 from Bonda. Yankees trying to break this open early. Chisholm grounds on right side. Freeman's got it. He'll shovel it off to Bonda, who just barely beat the dive of Chisholm to end the inning. If tonight's game ends in a walk-off, Capital One will donate an additional $10,000 to the Jackie Robinson Foundation as part of the Capital One walk-off program. To date, they've donated more than $1 million to the foundation to support its programs and initiatives. Garrett Cole's retired the first 6 that he's faced. Edman, Smith, and Lux coming up for LA. Edman has reached in 10 games in a row since the start of the championship series, where he won MVP. And that included a double against Cole in game 1.
That's a pretty good record when you get 4 runs and you're Garrett Cole.
Driven down the left field line, fading towards the pole, and foul. Checking with Ken Rosenthal.
Well, you guys remember the famous photo of Garrett Cole when he was a young boy. Yankee fan today, tomorrow, forever. That's him at the 2001 World Series. Well, it was reenacted. Last night, Caden and Everett Cole hit Suns. 2024 World Series, same deal. Yankee fan today, tomorrow, forever.
That sign because of their dad, just like Garrett became a Yankee fan because of his dad, Mark, who's a Syracuse guy. That was part of the calculus when Garrett signed here. There were a lot of teams that wanted to give him a lot of money. Dodgers were one of those teams, but Garrett wanted to pitch for the team that he grew up rooting for, wanted to pitch on this stage, and these are the nights that he envisioned. Strikes out Edman, and he's starting to work in that changeup a little bit too.
He is, and I don't know if he envisioned being hurt in the beginning of the year, but he put in the work to get back. All that time missed, ramping up his starts to the point where they were dreaming of a start like this, maybe up 3-1 instead of down 3-1, but nonetheless, they got their man on the mound to hopefully continue the series.
First one to Will Smith. Downstairs, ball 1.
In LA, his fastball was good. Tonight, his fastball's great. In LA, they had a bunch of foul balls off his fastballs. Not a lot of swings and misses. But tonight, he's locked in with everything, change of speed. You can tell when a pitcher has touch and velocity and location. He's got it all.
Because there have been most nights this year he's kind of had to feel his way through it, had 1 or 2 pitches working, but I don't know if he's had a night like this yet where it's all working for him. And there is that fastball getting in on the knuckles of Will Smith. Rizzo 2 away.
When you're beating hitters to the fastball, that's what happens. They think they got it, they think they're on it, and they pop it up or fly ball, and they just don't square it up.
Strike on Lux.
And that's why. I mean, it's quick. It's an effortless delivery with a lot of talent.
It's one of the things that's always set him apart. It's one of the things that was hidden when he broke into the big leagues in Pittsburgh. They wanted him to be more of a sinker baller. That was the philosophy there. So his biggest superpower wasn't featured. He goes to Houston, where they like throwing that up fastball, four-seam fastball. And that's where he really blossomed.
Yeah, the knock on Garrett Cole early was he didn't strike out enough hitters. But that's what Pittsburgh wanted, to get the ball on the ground, save the pitches, get outs. He did it. Then when he went to Houston, they said, hey, we got another way for you to be dominant. He was open to it. And he's been great ever since.
He's falling behind the 9-hitter here. Ohtani waits on deck. Lux snapped an 0 for 14 with a double yesterday. Job of the Dodger 9-hitter is always to get it turned around and get Ohtani up there with somebody on base. On this 3-1, Lux takes strike 2.
See, with a 4-0 lead, you can come back on a 3-1 count and throw fastballs down the middle and make them hit their way on.
Lux takes the walk, and the Dodgers have their first base runner. And John, here comes Ohtani.
Well, you just wonder if these two superstars are going to start flipping turns. It's like who made the first birdie in a golf match, and then everyone starts making birdies.
Emphatic that the shoulder's not bothering him. Hasn't quite looked right, though. 2 out of 16 in this World Series. Dave Roberts said it could be that he's just fibbing and wants to be there, but could be that this guy's human, and this is a huge stage where maybe you're finally seeing him press a little bit.
Listen, I guess because I have a lot of experience of playing hurt. Playing hurt's not fun. It sometimes gets you to focus on little things that can get you success, but it's still not fun, and you know he's banged up. I mean, if you feel great and you get into a slump, you feel like you can fix that. But you can't fix not feeling great, and you just try your best, because Ohtani in the lineup banged up is way better than no Ohtani in the lineup.
Cole brings him in 0-2. Reaches out, flips it to left. Verdu goes there. 3 scoreless innings for Garrett Cole.
Welcome back to Yankee Stadium with Yankees manager Aaron Boone. Aaron, you know that some swings mean more than just the runs on the scoreboard. The swing from Aaron Judge in the first inning, what did that mean to this team?
Yeah, it was big. You know, obviously for him, good at bats last night. Bang!
There's another. Giancarlo Stanton. Who needs me, though? Aaron Boone had the call. Opposite field home run to open up the 3rd.
Mind that interruption, do you?
Not at all, not at all. Yeah, Judgy really good at bats last night, as a lot of us talked about, and that's classic Aaron. Just nice, easy swing, 400 feet right center. That's him to get us off and running, and you know we're trying to play a game to get on the bird. You know, we want to get on the bird to the West Coast. That's what we're fighting for right now, and good at bats so far, but a long way to go.
Yeah, it does appear that the 8th inning of last night carried over to today. Is that what you see?
good at bats. You know, it looked like we got some pitches to hit. You know, we're pretty patient and didn't miss a few, obviously.
And Garrett Cole, many times you've seen him very good. What stands out tonight?
Just under control. Looks like he's got good command. Good mix of pitches already. It looks like the command's really good.
Thank you, Aaron.
What a play right there by Mookie Betts on another ball that has scalded Anthony Rizzo this time. But Giancarlo Stanton opens this inning against the new Dodger pitcher Ryan Brazier with his 7th home run of the postseason.
He's so strong, and a fastball he can wait so long, and a right field that isn't far enough. He can reach anywhere in the ballpark, and he has risen to the occasion in the postseason. I believe that's 18 home runs now in the postseason.
Strike on Volpe. And a home run per at-bat rate right there with Babe Ruth. About every 8 at-bats in his postseason career, he goes deep. Continues to rewrite his story in October. Volpe did it again his first time, doubled and came in to score. Aaron Boone was talking about Anthony Volpe before the game today. He said he's such a polite, mild-mannered kid when you talk to him, but underneath that, he's a fireball. And you know when he was going through the 1 for 12, coming off of the base running play where he was stewing, Boone said he knew extra. He wanted to do something to overcome that and to help his team out, that fire inside him.
And when it's controlled, it's a good thing.
Sends this one to right center field. Betts for out number 2. Postseason home run list in Yankee history. He's got 18, tied with Mickey Mantle. 2 shy of Jeter, 4 shy of the all-time Yankees record. Bernie Williams holds it. Regular season story, one of injuries and frustrations and performance in stretches when he's been healthy. Just not on the field enough to sustain that really ever in his time in New York. 1-0 on Wells. Aaron Boone was quick to say, hey, we can't lose sight, even as good as his postseason is, don't lose sight of the fact that he had a great regular season bounce back after a low point last year. He hit a .190 last year, more injuries, missed 60 games of the hamstring issue, and it just looked like more of the same. But this offseason, trained a little bit differently, came in a little bit more slim, focused on getting back into his legs and his swing. And quietly a resurgent year even before this huge postseason.
Yeah, when a player takes it personal and does something about it, that you got to give him all the credit in the world. And all that you just said, he did that in the offseason. Because the narrative, it needed to change. And all that they were talking about is what he wasn't able to do because he wasn't healthy. Well, this year has been a pretty good example when he's healthy, what he can do.
Oh, Wells can't lay off. That's strike 3.
Welcome back to Yankee Stadium here with Dodgers manager Dave Roberts. Dave, Garrett Cole is really on tonight. What do you need to do offensively to get back into this game?
Yeah, we got to keep grinding. Obviously, he's on. He's using his changeup more to the lefties, and the fastball is good and playing up tonight. We just got to keep grinding, try to keep taking good at bats, and scratch our way back into this game.
You have all your top relievers available tonight, but how does it change down 5-0? How do you plan the pitching the rest of the way?
I think the thing is you're just trying to guard against doing up downs and too much work, given that the score is 5-0. But I think that we keep clawing back. We still got innings, but I'm going to do everything I can to manage for this one, but also if there is another game.
Thank you, Dave.
All right.
2, 3, and 4 for LA coming up here in the 4th inning. Mookie Betts ahead of Cole, 2-1. Yeah, checks his swing. Ball 3. Betts has reached in 10 consecutive games. Dave Roberts talking about how free he looks to be playing. And remember, just a few weeks ago, John, all the talk was, why can't Betts hit in the postseason?
Well, he does every little thing great.
Rizzo caught a ball almost in an instant replay the other day. Can't get it right there.
He's already saved about 10 bases in right field defensively. He runs as good as anybody the bases, and he puts the ball in play in spots where that helped lead that 3-0 deficit that the Yankees were in. A lot of it had to do with just the way he fights at home plate, punches one out to right, and then Freddie hits a 2-run homer. So he does all the little things great.
Looking to start the fire for the Dodgers here, looking for their first hit. He at least has a walk and a leadoff base runner against Cole. So here comes the man of the moment in Los Angeles, Freddie Freeman. Flied to left field his first time. This is a guy who couldn't get the ball out of the infield the first 2 rounds. I mean, it was punch and Judy, just kind of wet, rolled up newspaper trying to fight that thing off, do anything he could. But this record-setting home run streak in the World Series.
Well, he was playing just to be a presence. And now that he's healthier, his presence has been known because he's getting his front foot down, hitting through his legs with power, obviously for home runs.
Launches this ball left center field. Judge on the run. He's still going. He's at the wall and he's got it. Aaron Judge putting his stamp on Game 5. Freddie's son Charlie says, "You just robbed my dad."
I hope that wall's okay.
Right?
Man, that thing shouldn't be standing, but what a play. Full speed.
Woo. Nothing to bring this place to life like him getting going. He's done it with a home run and now with his defense.
And nothing will make your manager feel better the fact that he hit the wall and got up. It was not too long ago in LA in right field that he sustained that bad foot injury. Anytime a man that big goes full speed into a wall, you just want him to get up.
Didn't last year, ruined his season, ruined the Yankees season really. It was downhill from there and what turned into the worst season in 3 decades in New York. Tasker Hernandez chops one left side. Volpe's only play as a first.
See, this is where if you're Garrett Cole, okay, you have spots in the game where you'll trade outs for even a run. And you will get outs instead of trying to strike everybody out. With a lead, he has that luxury to be able to do that. I'm sure he would tell you walking the leadoff hitter was not one of those.
Dodgers still looking for their first hit against Cole. That is a strike on Max Muncy. They're 0 for their last 26 back to yesterday. So as fast as it's turned for the Yankees in one direction, it's turned in the other direction for the Dodgers. Oh, 2. 98.
I mean, just easy. And that is just the confidence. You could tell when he's standing on the mound in the first inning, nothing's bothering him. Ho-hum. And make pitches.
Another tick on the fastball right there. 99 from Cole. Different in that he missed the first half and ramped up as the year went on. Seeing the best velocity, the best stuff all year here at the end of October.
Tough call here because his fastball's getting by Muncy, but you'd be tempted to throw a breaking ball off of that high fastball. But what you don't want to do is speed up Muncy's bat either. So maybe a little in between on what they were trying to do on this 0-2 count.
Sticks with the heat. Muncy lofts it to center. Easier play for Judge this time. 5-0 lead for the Yankees. Alex Verdugo leads off. Michael Kopech comes in. Dave Roberts, far from punting this game at this point, as one of his top 2 arms comes in.
A little surprising, but the day off, which resets everybody if they go to a game 6. The reason I say it's a little bit surprising, it's just another look at one of these guys that you know you're going to see, because the Dodgers will have to use them in their game 6 and 7.
Verdugo knocked it around with a single his first time, ahead here 3-0, and this is kind of the Michael Kopech experience. He often finds it, but a bit of a bumpy road until then. That's a strike. Kopech gave up a home run to Verdugo in game 3. In the 9th inning of that game, Dodgers were up 4-0. This will end up not meaning a lot, but a recent good feeling for Verdugo against this guy. His lone home run of this postseason. Full count. Verdugo leads off the 4th and fouls it off to stay alive. Walked him. The 9-hitter aboard with a walk. Rewarding performance is sponsored by Capital One. The Yankees hit 3 home runs yesterday to get their offense roaring, and they've hit 3 home runs today. Judge, then Jazz, then Stanton. And a 5-0 lead for New York in game 5. Top of the order, and Torres sends the first one sky high, disappears for a moment in this New York night, and then comes down to Tommy Edman, who caught it in the palm of his glove there. Two walks for Juan Soto today. No matter how this run ends, no matter where Soto is next year, what a perfect marriage this has been for one season. The perfect player for this roster, the perfect persona for New York. Yankees aren't here without him, without how he transformed this lineup. Sharply hit him through, jumped on the first pitch. And they've teed it up for Judge.
Starting off here with Mr. October. Nobody like him. 3 homers in the World Series. One to be in New York, one to play there, one to win a championship there, and then to do it on that stage. That's what it's all about.
5 home runs in that '77 World Series, including 3 of them in Game 6 for Mr. October. 2 more the next year against the Dodgers in the Fall Classic. Judge is connected with his first in the World Series tonight. 1-0.
One of my favorite graphics or technology that we can show you at home is the swing path of a hitter when he hits a home run. Watch the barrel of the bat and watch the path and watch where he connects with the ball. See how it gets a little deeper in the zone? That allows him to go to right field, and he hits it like a left-handed pull hitter. Way better for Judge the last 2 nights.
Oh my goodness, sky high. Did he get under it? Just under it. But that thing 9 miles in the air, but just below it, and an out in left field for Teoscar. I'd say he's figured it out.
Well, right now there's a lot of people in the other clubhouse putting together a different game plan if they have to face him in game 6, because he's a different player. So what they saw and what they were able to expose is no longer the case.
And so 2 on and 2 out for Chisholm. Teeth on that fastball. That was going to be the fastest way for them to get back into this series, and they did it really without him yesterday, but gave him another day to figure it out. And still a long ways for these Yankees to go, but he remains the best way to carry him to an unprecedented comeback. We've already done something that we mentioned off at the top hardly anybody had done, and that is to avoid the sweep when you're down 3-0. 25 times a team has fallen down 3-0 in the World Series. 21 of those times they've lost game 4. No team has ever forced game 6 in the World Series from down 3-0.
And the teeter-totter effect, if you will, coming into this game, there wasn't much that the Dodgers had to think about. They're obviously trying to win a game, end the series. Now, if you get to a game 6, you're thinking about things, right? Because people start talking about, well, you're up 3-0, now it's game 6. All the narratives change. So coming into this game, that was not that big of a deal. The pressure was not on the Dodgers. But you can quickly turn the pressure on the Dodgers if you do your part, which so far the Yankees have.
Other than 2 on Chisholm. Yeah, Anthony Rizzo yesterday said, look, Cole tomorrow if we can get it there. A ticked off Rodon if we can get it to game 6. And he would know. He said a crapshoot in game 7 if you get it there. Guy won a game 7 with the Cubs. Walk for Verdugo to start the inning. Soto moved him up with a single. Kopech trying to pitch around the traffic. And for the first scoreless inning of the game for the Dodgers, Chisholm sends it foul. The look on his face tells you he thinks he should have done something with it.
Seeing 98, 98, 98, and then whoop.
Two and two.
I know this sounds crazy, but I just found that when you're in these situations, even though there's all the talk and the pressure, you've got to find a way to make it fun. That's the one thing that nobody realizes in the postseason. It should be still fun. Find a way to make it fun.
Woo! No fun facing that. Comes back to get Chisholm. Dodgers lead this series 3-1, but the Yankees lead the game 5-0. And the Dodgers still don't have a hit against Garrett Cole, who has been dominant.
He has. Nice mixture of pitches. He's used his breaking ball very effectively, but his fastball has been electric.
Hernandez with the first base hit of the ball game for the Dodgers. And that snaps back to the middle part of yesterday's game, an extended no-hitter between the pen and Cole. That was 0 for 27 stretch snapped right there with that base hit.
And again, you don't mind the hit. Like, you just don't want to walk the leadoff hitter. It's a total different feeling.
So the Dodgers at their first hit sent Shohei Ohtani's single in the 5th inning yesterday. Tommy Edman struck out in a changeup his first time. And he gets a sinker for a strike here. Garrett Cole throwing 5 different pitches in this game. Ahead 0-2. Alex Vesia getting ready after a scoreless 4th inning from Kopech. Dave Roberts using his top arms, trying to keep him within striking distance. Cole's 0-2. If the Yankees can hang on to this 5-0 lead, it extends to a Game 6 Friday night in Los Angeles. And that would make for an interesting vibe in LA. Series they led 3-0. At that point it would be 3-2. With a heating up Judge, who settles under this ball but then drops it. Can Hernandez get to the bag before the throw? He does. On a routine play, Aaron Judge just flubs it in center field, and the Dodgers catch a huge break right there. What in the world?
I took my eye off it. I went to right F8.
So did he.
Oh, he might have got that in the light. I don't know. Let's see where. Nope. He was looking at the runner. Runner was in no man's land, but great heads up.
Wow. So Judge, who took a hit away from Freddie Freeman, gives a base runner to the Dodgers right here.
Rizzo always seems to know the right time to just go up to his pitcher and just settle the moment. Never let anything get too big.
What did Aaron Boone say that he brings? Humor, levity, heartfelt passion.
Yep.
And the experience of having been there. Well, the Dodgers got to be saying, okay, here's our chance. A little crack in the door here. Down 5-0, but a couple runners aboard. And Will Smith, who went deep in yesterday's game, at the plate. 1 ball, no strike.
Now, as a pitcher, at least most mindset is I need to pick my teammate up. My teammate picked me up last inning. And you really do have that responsibility when you're on the mound. And how do you do that? You make great pitches. You get a ground ball double play right here, and then all's forgotten. But that's the mindset. And all the other things that come on, you don't start adding in your mind, oh shoot, what could have been. This is, you just limit the damage. And as I said earlier, you pitch this inning like the 9th.
Falls behind Smith, 2-1.
The reason you can't do this formula in the regular season, you will go crazy. You'd be wiped out.
Right?
You never last. You know, hitting's easier when you just win one pitch at a time, one pitch at a time. But you know how many at bats you give away in the course of 162? A lot. It's human nature. It's hard to stay locked in every single pitch. Well, in the postseason, you can break it down that way. The game will be longer. You'll be more mentally tired, but that's the way you have to play in the postseason because it means that much more.
Two and two on Will Smith. Garrett Cole throws and a ground ball left side. Volpe will go to third in the dirt and another break for LA. It was going to be a tough play, but one the Yankees should make. And the bases are loaded. 2 defensive mishaps for New York.
Well, it actually was the right play. He was going over that way, a much easier play, and he just kind of fired it really quickly because Kike Hernandez got a great jump. He put pressure on this throw. And by putting pressure on that throw, you put Jazz in an impossible situation for that short hop.
Well, this has been one of the big differentiators throughout this series. The Yankees defense sloppy. Open the door for the Dodgers back in game 1. If the Yankees lose this series, a lot of moments in that game 1 they can look back and say, what if we had made this play or that play? The game might not get to extra innings. 2 plays right here that have opened the door on a potential big inning for LA when it looked like they had nothing going.
You got to give again, the Dodgers fight. And they're long in their lineup. They're getting ready to turn it over to the top of the lineup. So now Garrett Cole's looking at, okay, 2 runs or less. Bases loaded, nobody out, 2 runs or less. You get out with 1. It's a great job.
It's the 9-hitter, Gavin Lux. Oh, inside, ball 1. Lux walked his first time. On deck, Shohei Ohtani. The 1-0. Hernandez singled to open the inning. Then 2 errors on the Yankees. Bases loaded for LA. Luck swings and misses. A fastball at 99.
Man, oh man. That's turning it up.
Now his 1-2 pitch. Got him! 99 again. 10 and away for the first out of the 5th.
Again, nothing has changed demeanor-wise from Garrett Cole. He is giving the persona that everything is in control. Even the errors didn't make him twitch.
Far from out of the woods, it's Ohtani with the bases juiced in the 5th. Strike 1, tried to hit it a mile. Last home run for Ohtani was Game 4 of the championship series over at Citi Field. Been on a rampage in this postseason with men on base. .54 home runs in the regular season. 3 of them in the postseason. Playing through that bad shoulder though. On the 1-1. Fouls it into the glove. A fastball ties him up, and it's 1-2. Superstar against superstar on the biggest stage, and Garrett Cole wins it head-to-head.
This is where it gets hard. He's gone way in the tank to get these 2 strikeouts. You cannot think you're 1 more out away. You just have to block it out and make pitches with 2 outs.
It's another MVP coming up. Mookie Betts, ball 1.
You might even see some emotion from Garrett Cole.
Ground ball right side. Rizzo. Nobody at first. Incredible. Atrocious defense from the Yankees, leading directly to a Dodger run in the 5th.
Again, the Dodgers take nothing for granted. Watch Mookie Betts run. He knows he's got a chance right there. And that spin and the delay right there, Cole was thinking he could take it by himself.
Can't take that for granted, though.
No.
Two errors and now that. And the Dodgers have their first run. They're loaded for Freeman. Guy on an all-time home run tear, which started with a grand slam in Game 1. Finds himself with the bases loaded as the tying run in Game 5. Oh, 1-1.
Well, from no stress to a ton of stress for Garrett Cole, for this crowd.
Freeman Climbs the ladder, fouls it back. Where are you going here?
He's had a killer curveball with 2 strikes. And what he did to Ohtani was about as nasty of pitches you'll see in a long time.
Freeman stays alive.
Oh, you know he was running hard to first base on that one. He will do that the rest of the time.
How about his fielder's choice yesterday that brought in a run was his fastest sprint speed of the year?
But just think about it. I mean, it would have been real easy for a couple of these plays for the Dodgers runners to assume, never assume, and they don't. And they ran hard, and they did in this inning, and they got a chance to crawl back in this game. Because of that, they're taking advantage of some of the lapses here, major lapses by the Yankees.
Old bugaboos for the Yanks popping up at the worst time here in the World Series. Led this game 5-0. A run is crossed. Freddie Freeman on 1-2. Into center field, a base hit. 2 more runs will score. The Dodgers take advantage of the bad defense from New York, and this game has changed in the blink of an eye. And guess who? It's Freddie Freeman right in the middle of it. Now 12 runs driven in 5 games in this fall classic for the ages.
Well, he just muscles this ball to center field. He went with the fastball trying to paint him inside. And Freddie, so good at putting the ball in play. And there's Charlie, his son.
Clip that right there, because that'll be great footage. Pete Macheska in 20 years when Charlie Freeman does it in the World Series, because I'm telling you, the kid is on his way to playing in the big leagues himself. How good of a swing is you get a 5 from a kid that age. Tying run aboard now, 2 gone in the 5th for Teoscar Hernandez. Chase.
And I'll tell you the other thing besides the obvious that it's done, it has taken a lot out of Garrett Cole to get through this inning, which lessens his ability to pitch deeper into the game. This is 27 hard pitches with stress on every one of them.
Cracked foul, 0-2 on Hernandez. All set up by this. Aaron Judge on a routine pop took his eyes off of the ball, and then one batter later, Volpe throws in the dirt over there. Since that play, 18 extra pitches thrown on what should have been the end of the inning. And then there was this, Cole failing to cover first. The errors, the mistakes stacking up and letting a team like the Dodgers right back in the game. Garrett Cole came into this inning having not allowed a hit. Hernandez started it with 1. Betts and Freeman have followed with hits of their own. Betts the runner at third. Freeman at first, the tying run. The 1-2 pitch to Teoscar Hernandez. In the air to left center field. Judge on the run. Dead sprint now to the track, and it's over his head. Betts in to score. Freddie Freeman for the plate, and this game has been turned upside down. The Yankees crack the door open with the poor defense, and the Dodgers kick it down. A 5-run 5th inning and a tie game in Game 5.
Well, that's unbelievable hitting, and this has been an unbelievable inning. One you want to destroy the tape for the Yankees, and one you're going to always play for the Dodgers to show what you can do if you just absolutely keep grinding out at bats.
Two-run double. Teoscar Hernandez back at square one. Muncy. Cole now 24 pitches since he should have had the 3rd out of the inning. 80 total. This team is just too good to give an inch, and they've given a mile.
That's 6 outs. That's 2 innings worth. You know, 3 extra outs is something you never plan for and something you never see.
Flaws get exposed and then magnified this time of year. Three balls and no strikes on Max Muncy. Let's go down to Tom.
Yeah, this is what happens with the pitch clock, guys. You just don't have time to slow the game down. Garrett Cole has been on the mound for 17 minutes. And I'm really surprised that nobody's gone out there to slow the game down and give him a breather.
Go ahead run in scoring position. Muncy swings at a 3-0 and fouls it back. Two games rolled into one. Tommy Kahnle starts to loosen. Yankees 5 runs over the first 3 innings. This place was going nuts. Garrett Cole no hits over the first 4 innings. In fact, the Dodgers didn't have a hit since the 5th inning yesterday. Little things have become big things. A blowout has become a tie game. And now Muncy with a chance to give him the lead. He takes the walk. And Kike Hernandez, who started this all with a base hit, comes back to the plate for the 2nd time in this disaster of a 5th inning for Cole and the Yankees. Tied at 5, 5th inning. Kike Hernandez started it all. Now trying to bring it full circle and give the Dodgers the lead. His hit against Cole, his 2nd one in this World Series. He's hitting above 400 against Garrett Cole in his career. Hernandez at 2nd has tied it with a double. Muncy at 1st and an 0-1 pitch. Pitch of the inning from Cole is an 0-2, and it's chopped up the middle to Volpe. Takes it to the bag and ends this nightmare 5th for New York. Giancarlo Stanton to lead off the bottom of the 5th in a completely different game than this was just a couple minutes ago. If you walked away, maybe grabbed something to eat, thought this is finished, it is all changed. A 5-run top of the 5th for the Dodgers, and Alex Vesia comes in.
Yeah, I don't think you'll ever see another inning like that, quite like that. Just incredible. Bases loaded, nobody out, then bases loaded, 2 outs. And 5 runs came in.
5, 6, and 7 for the Yankees. Stanton has one of their 3 home runs in this game.
Well, the energy's bounced back to the other side, so you got to find a way, if you're the Yankees, to muster up something again, because that's a shock to the system.
Crack that bouncer. Gavin Lux circles around it. Clean play for the 1st out of the 5th. Anthony Rizzo, 1 gone in the 5th, takes upstairs. Alex Vesia is one of those guys for the Dodgers that, even though they find themselves in game 5, even though they're aggressive with their bullpen, he's pretty well rested. He's pitched in 3 of the 4 games, but in 2 of them, just 1 batter face. And Dave Roberts is hoping that this plays out the same way the first 2 series did. Some decisions early on were in a vacuum. You're like, how in the world are you going with this matchup in the middle of a postseason game? But in order to win the series.
Yeah.
One-0 to Rizzo. Ball 1 strike. By the numbers. Top of the 5th inning. We're giving them to you as they went. As we came, as we went through that inning. All 5 runs unearned. 38 pitches. 20 of those coming after he should have had the 3rd out.
And I'm just telling you, there's, not making an excuse for Garrett Cole in the last play not covering first. When an easy fly ball's not made and then an easy ground ball's not made, it shocks you a little bit. And he really gathered himself and struck out those 2 hitters.
Rizzo digs it out right center field. Hernandez under it, 2 out.
And then maybe just got caught thinking, whew, ground ball to first. I'm out of the inning. And you practice it a million times, and he thought maybe Rizzo was going to charge that ball and take it himself. And once he hesitated, and once Rizzo sat back on it thinking that his pitcher was coming there, that was a tough one.
2 up and 2 down for Vesia, looking for that shutdown inning following the 5-run top half. Strike on Volpe. I mean, how in the world do you collectively, though, as a team, get back up in that Yankee dugout?
That is a great question. And, I'm a little surprised. I guess the bullpen was up, but it looks like Cole is going back out there in what would be a really short rest, right? After 30, 40 pitches, 30-some pitches, he's going to go back out there and try to reestablish himself. But man, oh man.
Volpe was the man last night. Late on a fastball here.
We talked about it early, and we talked about early in the postseason. The #1 rule that you should always have is never assume anything in a postseason or a baseball game. You can live with guys over 162 not running out a pop-up because they play every day, but in a postseason game, you cannot take something for granted. And I'm telling you, the Dodgers did not do that in that inning, and they benefited it.
Volpe serves a base hit the other way. So Anthony Volpe started the World Series 1 for 12, back-to-back multi-hit games now for the Yankees shortstop. One guy that had a revival last night to another here in Austin Wells, who hit that home run, went into the dugout, and Aaron Boone said to him, see, you just needed a good benching. That's all you needed. After he'd started Jose Trevino in Game 3. Wells said he did it with a different mindset. Said, we're down 3-0. I just got benched. To heck with it. I'm just going to go out there and have fun. Easier said than done, but first multi-hit game in 50 days. Like you said, you still got to try to find the fun in this. Yeah, in this pressure cooker.
You have to. And the guys that do it, it literally is fun because they're creating something in a big pressure situation that says, hey, man, I've done this my whole life.
You're getting me fired up over here, John. 2-0. And it hits Wells. They check down to third to see if he swung. No swing. And that got him up there with all those small bones in the wrist and the hand area. Kind of like Judge last night.
Right on the forearm. Luckily not the throwing forearm. Or right below the wrist still. Well, the Yankees have a chance to do a little 2-out magic here of their own after they just saw one of the worst 2-out innings maybe in their history of playoff baseball.
Down there taking a look at the catcher. Now, even with the sloppy defense that they've had at times through this postseason, 3 unearned runs is the total coming into tonight. 5 in that inning alone. Aaron Boone and the Yankees just hoping that it doesn't end their season. 5-5 bottom of the 5th. Alex Verdugo's had a good day. Singled in a run in the 2nd. Walked in the 4th. Volpe at 2nd. Wells at 1st. Alex Vesia. 1-0.
I know it's risky with 2 outs, but Muncy's playing so far off the bag that if Volpe wanted to steal third, it's his bag to have.
They were very aggressive yesterday. Volpe, one of their fastest runners. The count, though, is 2-0 on Verdugo. Top of the order, and Torres on deck. Yankees looking for the quick counterpunch here. 2 on, 2 out. Tie game in the 5th. 2-0 pitch. Verdugo is ahead 3-0. Alex Vesia neutral when it comes to lefties righties, as good as against righties as he is lefties, and nobody warming yet. Ends a string of 6 straight misses.
Playoff baseball is like trying to get 3 outs in Colorado in an inning. It's not easy to do.
The Colorado Coors Field launching pad.
Yeah,
pitchers go to die. Verdugo takes ball 4, and the Yankees have loaded him up. Bottom of the order, John, once again in the middle of it. Gratterall gets going.
Well, in this 1 inning, you could make 3 different videos. How to, how not to.
Yeah, the how not to video would be a little longer.
And then there's another one that you don't want to make because you'd have to burn it. But
Torres takes on. Could he be playing in his last game in pinstripes? 7-season roller coaster Yankees career, free agent at the end of the season. And if it is indeed the end, what a finishing kick it's been for Gleyber Torres. With the bases loaded in the 5th, he takes a strike. Solved their question in the leadoff spot in the 2nd half, and in this postseason, he's reached in all 13 games. A lot of his job has been about setting the table. Here he's trying to clear it. Torres is behind it, 1-2.
Well, 2 great pitches there after falling behind 1-0. 2 outs, nobody on, 1-2 count on Volpe, and all of a sudden another stressful situation for another pitcher in this game that they didn't anticipate.
The 1-2 from Alex Vesia. In the air the other way. Mookie Betts drifts back into the corner. Onto the track. He's got it. And Vesia gets out of the bases loaded jam. After that 38 pitch top of the 5th, it was looking like Cole was going to have to go back out there just like that. But a little 2-out rally there from the Yankees makes this a 10-minute break before he's got to come back out. And his first pitch to Tommy Edman is on the corner for a strike. That's his 88th pitch. The next one will match his most in a game in this postseason. Bottom of the Dodger lineup. 0-2 on Edman.
Well, what he's reflecting on the outside, he's not showing how deflated it could have been on the inside.
Edman waits on this breaking ball, flies it to left field. There's Verdugo. One gone in the 6th inning. Fan Cam sponsored by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. And Calvin Young over there. Now, the 2 guys in the first row yesterday had their tickets revoked. And the Yankees have taken those tickets and given them to Calvin, who's battling cancer. And they had invited Calvin to the game earlier this season, but he got sick when he was coming into the stadium, couldn't go to the game. And so they turned that bad situation from yesterday into a good situation today, and they get him to the ballpark.
Pretty cool. That young man.
Foul, and 1-1 on Will Smith. Oh for 2 in this game. Reached on one of those errors though last inning, came in to score. Cole turns and deals, and Smith takes that curveball low to get ahead. And pressure on Cole to save their season. Pressure on the Yankees to make this the year as Tim Hill gets loose. You got Cole, 34 years old, Judge is 32, Soto, nothing guaranteed beyond this year. This is always going to be a special opportunity this year with these stars aligning. And they take it somewhere they hadn't been in 15 years. Here it is. Here's the shot. Fall behind 3-0. Come to life last night to force this game 5, which looked like was headed for the same conclusion. Everything thrown into the blender in that wild 5th inning. Cole's 2-2. Got it by him. Fastball blazes by Smith. 6K, 2 out in the 6th.
Great fastball located inside, tying up Will Smith, and I got to give it to Garrett Cole, man. He still has enough in the tank after that incredible 5th inning.
Likely his last hitter here. Ohtani's on deck. You got Tim Hill ready. Strike on Gavin Lux. Walking a K today for the Dodgers second baseman. Two. Fastball continues to sizzle as he reaches close to 100 pitches. Last time a World Series pitcher threw 100 pitches in a game was 2 years ago. It's 27 games in a row. Cole would love to stay short of that and finish the job right here. An 0-2 to Gavin Lux. His 98th pitch of the night is fly to center field. It is Soto crossing Judge's face to make the grab. Johnny, this guy's the ultimate wild card for the Dodgers, making this World Series roster, coming off a shoulder injury. He's pitched 2 games and not given up a run. And he almost hit Soto with his first pitch. Kind of on brand right there.
Yeah, I think wild card's a perfect way to explain it. Pitches loose, looks loose, mannerisms as if it's just an ordinary game. Might do something that gets his manager a little bit but finds a way to get it done.
Gonna have his work cut out for him here. Soto, Judge, and Chisholm coming up, and he's behind Soto 2-0. Graterol a year ago had a 1.20 ERA to lead the majors. This year pitched in only 7 games. Shoulder injury, then a hamstring injury. Wasn't on the championship series roster. Wasn't on the division series roster. Surprise activation here though for the Fall Classic, and has already turned himself back into a key arm. Pitching in a tie game in the 6th inning here of game 5. 2-1 to Soto is downstairs.
He will quick pitch you out of the stretch. That's why Soto gets in there and gets ready. He knows that. He will sometimes take a long time, and then he'll sometimes go really quick. And Soto steps out. So you've got to be prepared for that. The timing of, even though nobody's on, you're out of the stretch, there's a timing to everybody's cadence of their delivery, and he will miss and mess with the hitter.
His 3-1. Soto fouls it off. There's some good theater, both these guys. Mannerisms and the flair of guy they call Bazooka, Brustar Graterol. I know about Soto at the plate. The shuffle and the stare. 3-2. Lays off. A leadoff walk for Juan Soto. And up comes Aaron Judge. What an eventful day this has been for Judge, who hit his first home run in the World Series back in the 1st inning, brought this place to life, made this defensive play, And it's like the MVP is back, but in the 5th inning, one of the 2 errors that opened the door for the Dodgers to score 5 unearned runs to tie this game. Ball 1 from Gratterall.
Now, the only thing, Soto's got to get a little bit bigger lead than he's getting at first base. It's just a tiny lead. I know he's not really a threat to steal, but you've got to get off the bag a little bit more than that. Anticipate anything on the ground.
Swing and a miss.
I mean, that's no lead at all. See, those are the little things.
Just gonna say, yeah,
that you can just go over in the regular season. No one pays attention. Getting an extra 16 inches, 90 feet, doing all those things. You just never know what it translates into. And the perfect example again was what the Dodgers did. They pay attention to every detail. They play a cleaner game. They have so far in this series. That's why they tied it up.
Smack foul. Checking with Tom.
Yeah, let's go into the adjustment that Aaron Judge made. First pitch in Game 3, first pitch tonight. Look at the feet. He has closed his stance on the right. Why? Because that keeps his front side closed longer. It is the same adjustment he made to get out of his slump in April. And in that one, he hit a home run with the first time he adjusted to this setup. Same story tonight.
Went from hitting about $175 to 322 by the end of the year. Not just the home runs, it's the average as well. That was good for 3rd in baseball, and he'd tell you that's his favorite number. He grew up watching guys like Miguel Cabrera hit for high average. It's going to be the 8th pitch to Judge. Highs of highs and low of lows in this game for him and for the Yankees. Wow, borderline pitch goes the way of the Yanks. Back-to-back walks from Gratterall.
Tremendous late action on that sinker. Well, it talked about Jazz being a good low ball hitter, and this sinker, if it's down, it's in his swing path. If it's up, it's not.
Go ahead run in scoring position with nobody out in the 6th. Yankees trying to scrape themselves off of the mat here after the 5-run 5th from the Dodgers. Swing and a miss. There's fastball.
There's the ball up. He's not going to hit it there more times than not. He wants the ball down for that big kind of, say, looping swing, but electric bat that he has when he gets it down in the zone.
Squares around, pushes a bunt foul. Strike 2.
Now he's got to guard against that back foot slider, breaking ball. If Gratterall wants to go to that.
Here it comes. Sticks to the fastball, bounce to second. Lux will go to second for 1. That's all they'll get with the speed of Chisholm. And the Yankees have him cornered with 1 away. And here's Giancarlo Stanton. One of the 3 Yankees home runs belongs to this guy. 7 in the postseason and 15 knocked in. Those 7 home runs are a Yankees postseason record. The 15 batted in, leading the club. Bottom of the 6th as the Yankees try to force a game 6, and it's Stanton sending a high drive to left center field. Hernandez the call and the catch, and the Yankees have taken the lead. Close play at second, and you better be sure right there because that becomes a timing play at home.
Yeah, and Soto wasn't running full out, so that was another dangerous play. Aggressive, dangerous. If they throw out Jazz at second, he would not have scored because Soto knows he's going to score. So he's just kind of going in it. Oh, now he picks it up. So he did a good job recognizing that, but it still would have been awfully close.
So Chisholm takes the 90 feet. The gamble puts him into scoring position. Yankees back in front 6-5. Rizzo at the plate. Strike one. Let's see if that gamble winds up paying off for the Yankees. We saw him in yesterday's game aggressive on the bases, led directly to a couple runs in that 11-4 win. On an 0-1, Rizzo takes a ball.
Listen, if you want to change the narrative about your club, which a lot of people have talked about what they had been doing in a negative way, even though they got by their 2 rounds, they weren't playing a lot of clean games. You cannot afford any more mistakes the rest of this game.
1-2.
And I know that starts in spring training and you are who you are, but you can hide all that in the regular season by slugging. Nobody comes to you and asks you, what were you thinking on that running play, or what were you thinking on that defensive play? In the postseason, it's all there for everybody to see and be magnified. So it's not like they aren't aware of it. They just have to really lock in.
Yeah, it's been put under the brightest spotlight tonight. Overcoming it to this point, retaking the lead here in the 6th. Dodgers in the top of the 7th, top of the order coming up. Judge has found it for the Yankees. Can Ohtani find it for the Dodgers? Two. Full count. Now, Tim Hill had been warming last inning, but there's nobody warming down there right now in the Yankees bullpen. Walk to Rizzo, and they're at first and second. Third free pass of this inning issued by Gratterall. So before Volpe bats, Dave Roberts looks like going to make a change here. Heads out there to talk with Gratterall. Blake Trinan's ready to come in as early as he's been deployed in this postseason. Anthony Volpe over there talking with Stanton and Judge and headed up there in a big spot job.
He's a totally different hitter on the breaking ball now, and I know Blake Trinan has an incredible break to his, but I would think Volpe's going to be sitting on spin. He's done so much better. Obviously, the grand slam off a spin and seeing it way better.
Trinan's been their top guy in this postseason. 2 on, 2 out. Ball 1. Is Blake Trinan running out of gas, though? He's given up a run in 3 consecutive outings. You would understand if a pitcher at this time of year started to feel that way, reaching for that finish line. His 1-0 pitch.
See, those first 2 pitches are an indicator the scouting report has changed on Anthony Volpe. In LA, he swung wild and missed a lot. In New York, the last 2, not so much.
Down the middle with a fastball. 2-1. Trinan had only given up, or had not given up a run since late August prior to this stretch here. He gave up a run in his last game against the Mets, and in both games so far against the Yankees. His faced Volpe a couple times already, both times that he's pitched against the Yanks. Volpe 0 for 2, struck him out one of those times. With that different attack that you were talking about when the series started. Chisholm at second, Rizzo at first. Front door, 2-2.
Yeah, those are the mistake-breaking balls that a pitcher goes, okay, started it in. He was trying to get it away, buckles the hitter, and gets the call.
Treinen deals. Fastball upstairs. Count is full. Runners at first and second to get a head start.
Rizzo can get as far off as he wants, as far back as Freddie Freeman is playing.
There they go. Here it comes. Ground ball to second. Gavin Lux to end the inning. Yankees retake the lead, though. Sacrifice fly from Stanton. And we're back after a word from your local Fox station. Giving the Dodgers 12% chance to get 2+ runs in this 7th inning alone. Looking for a comeback. Led the National League in comebacks during the regular season. It's Garrett Cole back out there to face the top of the Dodger lineup. Shohei Ohtani in a 1-run game. Takes strike one. So that, John, is the 99th pitch of the game from Garrett Cole. He's only hit 100 pitches one time the last 3 months.
Well, you know, this is emptying the tank. Last start of the year. I mean, this is impressive. He's shortening the pen for Aaron Boone, but he's also facing hitters for the 4th time.
Is 1-1 to Ohtani. Up the middle. Volpe's there. Good hands. Good play. 1 out. And Ohtani against Cole in this World Series now 0 for 7. It was Mookie Betts' infield single with Cole and Rizzo unable to connect down a play, whether that was Cole not covering or Rizzo not being aggressive to the ball. Either way, Betts got on with an infield hit and scored as part of that 5-run rally in the 5th.
You just wonder if he was going to face 2 and then they bring in Hill for Freeman.
But they've sat Hill down and they have Holmes ready now. Hill. All right, back up.
Either way, he's been on.
Stabbed by Garrett Cole. 2 gone in the 7th.
I'm shaking my head because not only are we watching an incredible game in so many different ways, I don't know how many pitchers could survive the 5th inning and pitch potentially 2 more innings after that. So credit Garrett Cole and all that he's been through and what he's doing right now.
Freddie Freeman, ball 1. 2-run single in the 5th inning. Now 12 runs batted in. Franchise record. He's homered in all 4 games in this World Series. Down the line, foul. I asked Dave Roberts before the game, how do you explain how he's turned it around like this? He said he's got that David Ortiz gene. Some guys just have it in the big moments, have it in the big games, and Freddie Freeman time and again has shown that. Three and 1. Teoscar Hernandez in the on-deck circle. Now you know he so badly wants to finish 7.
Yes, he does. Yeah.
Of course, for the game, but for the pride. It's 3-1 to Freeman. Outside ball 4. It's the 4th walk that he's issued, and that's the last batter that'll face. Garrett Cole, though, digs deep with everything scheming against him in that 5th inning. 5 unearned runs. They're going to show off their appreciation for the toughness that he showed tonight. Not happy as he leaves the game with a 6-5 lead. In a 6-5 game, top of the 7th, Teoscar Hernandez at the plate. Tying run at first. Clay Holmes comes in and misses inside with his first pitch. He's pitched in all 5 games in this World Series. This, John, the first time all year that he goes 3 straight days.
And you got to, believe it or not, you got to pay attention to Freddie Freeman at first. I mean, I don't think he's going to run, but we didn't think he was going to run when he was banged up 2 weeks ago either.
He stole a base on that bad ankle against the Padres in the division series. Teoscar Hernandez always seems to be in the middle of the comebacks for the Dodgers. He's ahead 3-0, and the Yankees are sitting over there saying, we've seen this version of Holmes before. It can be one end of the spectrum, which is you got no shot to hit him, or the complete opposite end where it's like, oh boy, hold on tight if you're the Yanks. And a 4-pitch walk. That sinker's just not moving how he wants it to.
Yeah, it's actually got too much lateral movement, which means you want late movement. Start it on the outside part of the plate and let it move into the strike zone.
We've talked throughout the postseason, John, there's a penalty that's greater than 3rd time through the order for the starter, and that is facing a hitter a 3rd time in a series for a reliever. Holmes is facing Muncy for the 3rd time right here. Tying run at second. Go ahead run at first. Muncy lays off. Ball 5 from Holmes. So he goes to the slider to find the strike zone. Muncy's looking for his first hit of this World Series at 0 for 14 after he was on the bases pretty much the whole championship series. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, in this situation here, as a reliever, you don't have to throw a perfect breaking ball if you throw it. If you try to throw a perfect one, you'll spike it. Just have to throw a good one that starts in the zone and breaks out of it. Yep.
Deuce is wild in the 7th. Dodgers a win away from a championship. Holmes to Muncy. Count goes full.
Not where he wants it, and he was trying to maybe get a backdoor strike call, but he's trying to break it in the zone and let it do its thing down.
Runners to get a head start. Here it comes. Muncy grounds it foul. Will do it again. It's only the 3rd strike that Holmes has thrown out of his 10 pitches. Walking the tightrope here. Freeman at second, the tying run. Hernandez at first, the go-ahead run. And a game the Dodgers trailed 5-0. Got him for strike 3. Dropped in a sweeper. Dodgers lead this series 3-1. Austin Wells leads off against Blake Treinen and takes a strike.
We've had the Dodgers now for 3 series. This doesn't surprise me what they've done to come back in this game. But I'm going to say it again. It's probably the greatest pitching performance I have ever watched under the circumstances of what happened in the 5th for Garrett Cole. And to survive that and pitch almost 2 more innings, to me, is incredible. And as incredible as the Dodgers have been and relentless to their offense, Garrett Cole was everything that Yankees signed them to be and more tonight.
We started the night talking about legacy and a chance to build his legacy tonight. 5 runs all unearned. The legacy tonight is one of grit and toughness. And he's in position to be the winner.
It's just having been there and done that. I think of hundreds of pitchers that would be in that situation, and maybe 95 of them don't survive it.
Another 0-2 to Austin Wells. Fouled into the glove. Strike 3.
Well, I know the Yankees know this, and the Dodgers certainly are in position. If it stays a 1-run game, the top of the order is going to come back up for the Dodgers. So the Yankees, what they did last night and added on, would go a long way if they can add on against a great pitcher in Blake Treinen. Because what do we got? We've got 6, 7, 8 coming up for the Dodgers next inning, which means 9-1-2 after that.
Verdugo takes high. 1 ball, 1 strike. You know what's crazy, John, is the Dodgers thought they were clear of having walked those lines of bullpen games. Thought they had their last one yesterday. This has turned into one. Jack Flaherty just 1 1/3. Treinen's the 7th pitcher.
And again, it doesn't seem like much now when it was 5-0. But Dave Roberts brought in Michael Kopech, and maybe he had a feeling, maybe he thought his team would score some runs. Well, they did in an incredible way.
Walker Buehler's down there hanging in the bullpen. Don't start any rumors. Started 2 days ago. Oh, 2-2, and we check in with Kenny.
Well, Joe, honestly, Buehler might be needed in this game. I don't know how the Dodgers are going to find the pitching to get all the way through. You mentioned it. Treinen is the 6th reliever used tonight. They used 3 lower leverage relievers last night for 40 or more pitches. Daniel Hudson threw 42 pitches combined in the last 2 games. Blake Treinen, is he going to finish this game? I don't think so.
Yeah, so you look at what's left down there as he strikes out Verdugo, and you've got only the guys that pitched yesterday. Hudson's the only one who'd even be close to considered a leverage arm. He struggled. And then the other 3 guys are the long guys. It's Kasperius, it's Knack, it's Honeywell, who all pitched long stretches yesterday. Might not be available even if you wanted them. Ball on Torres. Treinen, few days of rest, so has loaded the tank a little bit, but he's been heavily used. 50-some pitches first couple games. Behind Torres, 2-0. Soto on deck. Tommy Kahnle getting ready. Kike Hernandez, Tommy Edman, Will Smith due up for LA. Well, extra important that Treinen is efficient here, trying to give him all he can. 18 pitches deep. He's faced 3 hitters, retired them all.
And again, if the Yankees are able to use Luke Weaver tonight, it'll be because of that 8th inning where they broke the game open and saved an inning.
Torres fouls it off. 3-2. That was the one thing Dave Roberts said is really obviously losing the game, but the fact that they couldn't force him back out there for another inning. That Honeywell gave up those 5 runs in the 8th, and they could rest Luke Weaver. And Aaron Boone made the point to us today because we asked, would that have made him unavailable? He said maybe, but it certainly would have affected how he felt today.
Yeah, the crispness. He would have been available just because it was an elimination game.
Treinen's payoff. Broken bat, roller to third. Muncie's got it. Tommy Kahnle comes in. Yankees 6, Dodgers 5, top of the 8th inning. Kike Hernandez to lead off for LA. It's a changeup for a strike.
Well, the Yankees had some games like this against the Guardians and even some tight games against Kansas City. So they've proven they can win a tight game. Dodgers, for the most part, have been beating up people.
Yesterday was the first game all postseason that wasn't decided by 3 or fewer runs for the Yankees.
Yeah.
Ball to strike on Hernandez. 6, 7, and 8 for the Dodgers here. Luke Weaver gets ready. Edman and Smith to follow in this inning. On a 1-1, Hernandez rips a line drive, base hit to left field. He started the rally in the 5-run 5th. He starts this 8th with a base hit. October Kike Hernandez, a different guy.
Yes, he is, and I know Canely has had success, but he's going to have to trust a fastball or two. He's just throwing all changeups, and yes, he's had success, but these hitters are too good, and they've seen too many of these pitches to be the only option.
Now Tommy Edman breaks his bat on a base hit that'll roll through. Volpe's able to smother it, but that didn't mean much. Hernandez to second, and Edman on a broken bat roller has an infield hit.
I mean, hit him where they're not.
Destroys that bat. Aaron Boone and the Yankees got to feel like the baseball gods are scheming against them tonight. Yankees, though, still standing in this series, staving off elimination yesterday. Dodgers 1 win away from a championship. If they could do it here, it'd be in a comeback that they'll talk about for a long time. Matt Blake, the pitching coach, for a visit. Tying run at second, go ahead run at first. Rizzo squeezed in thinking bunt here. He doesn't have a single bunt in his career. I mean, Rizzo is just completely fearless. Backs off a little bit right here, but he steps up there like he's walking in an alley ready to fight you against a guy who's never bunted. It doesn't look like he is here. Rizzo unconvinced.
Well, sometimes it makes a hitter a little nervous too when he sees somebody there that you never do.
Got the 9-hitter on deck. Rizzo's like 40 feet from home. It's 2-0 on Smith.
Well, now I think you can back up if you're Rizzo.
He wheeled it like 60 feet.
2-0 count is more to Smith's likings.
Canely comes home. Smith takes ball 3. The Dodger catcher has had a rough go of it this postseason. 2 on, nobody out. A 3-0 pitch and a 4-pitch walk to load the bases. There are not going to be any nails left to bite in the Bronx by the end of this one. All the tension, all the layers of a great postseason game. Boone's coming out. Canely doesn't look like he's got it. And you've got Weaver down there. Boone's thinking his lucky stars that he does. Weaver, for the first time in his career, is going to pitch 3 consecutive days. And he'll come into a bases loaded situation in a 1-run game. Yankees have to win this game to get it to a game 6 in Los Angeles. The Dodgers looking to come back from down 5-0 to win the World Series. And into the bases loaded fire comes Luke Weaver.
Well, they have to play the infield back. They got to try to play for a double play to give up the run.
Gavin Lux. 1 ball, no strikes.
Luke Weaver has entered just a beehive. There is no room, and the position he's in would be a miracle to get out of this with only 1 run.
The 1-0 pitch. Lux takes a fastball for a strike. First time in his career. He's pitched 3 consecutive days. Been a season of first for him. He never had a save in the big leagues until a month ago. Singles from Hernandez and Edman. A walk from Smith. Gavin Lux takes in the dirt. Ball 2. They're trying to retire Lux for the right to face the top of the order that has 3 MVPs. Ohtani's on deck, then Betts, then Freeman. And the guy that he's facing here in Lux has homered against him before. Check swing, he went around, and it's 2-2. And the hitter in that case is going to say, please just ask down to third. Home plate umpire Mark Ripperger takes it into his own hands.
Lux has got to do whatever he can to hit a ball on the ground or put it in play right now.
Count goes full and nowhere to put him. Weaver's payoff pitch. Gavin Lux lifts a fly ball to center field. Judge angles over. Hernandez tags and heads for the plate. Throw will go to third. The Dodgers have tied the game. Sacrifice fly from Gavin Lux, and it's 6-6 in the 8th.
Great at bat. 3-2 count. Did what he needed to do. Sacrifice a run for an out. And now one of the hardest guys in the world to double up, yet alone get out in this situation.
Shohei Ohtani yet to really make his mark in this World Series. 0 for 4 today, 2 for 19 overall. Dodgers trailed 5-0, looking for their first lead in Game 5. Ohtani pokes it foul. That's catcher's interference on Austin Wells. They're pointing to Wells. Interference will load the bases. And the list of errors grows for the Yankees. Aaron Boone and the Yankees are saying, let's be sure of that. Take a look. You be the judge at home.
Yeah, I don't know from that angle.
I mean, Mark Ripperger said it right away.
Yeah, I think they said check anyway on
New York is challenging the call of catcher's interference.
This is going to stand, maybe even be confirmed, and the Dodgers will again have the bases loaded. So on a night where there have been 2 errors, a play that was a hit but was a defensive disaster between Cole and Rizzo, now has a catcher's interference. How much can you survive if you're the Yankees?
Oh yeah, there's the view. Webbing closes.
More and more of those called these days as catchers have gotten more aggressive trying to frame pitches.
After review, the call of catcher's interference is confirmed. New York has 1 remaining challenge.
Replay is presented by Zoom, and Mookie Betts comes up with the bases loaded and 1 gone.
Another tough guy to double up.
Ruled an E2. So the 3rd error of the game for the Yankees. Luke Weaver to Mookie Betts. Cracked in the air to deep center field. Judge retreats. He'll make the grab, but the Dodgers have come all the way back and taken the lead in Game 5. From down 5-0 to ahead 7-6 in the most preposterous way. A one-run lead, one win from a world championship.
Another high fastball, easy for a hitter of his caliber to hit it in the air. Sacrifice fly again. Little things become huge things for the Dodgers.
Give them an inch, they take a mile. Give them 3 errors, they might take the series. Freddie Freeman, 1 ball, no strikes. He's not homered yet, but he's got a 2-run single. He's also walked. Driven his totals to 4 home runs, 12 knocked in this World Series. Well, you look ahead to the Yankees. They've got the big guys coming up. Soto, Judge, and Chisholm, and the Dodgers in a tough spot as far as the pitching. This game far from over.
But what the Dodgers have done in situations like this is add on, and they get those bonus runs. So, of course, Luke Weaver's trying to prevent that.
Here's a 2-0. Freeman grounds it foul.
Now, a healthy Ohtani, you could make an argument he would be aggressive in stealing. He's not going to steal. He's going to leave that hole for Freddie Freeman to utilize.
And when you talk about this game being all the postseason theater, you can add this to it. Walker Buehler warms. 2-1 to Freddie Freeman. Walker Buehler started the game 2 days ago, and he's getting ready to come in here. Now trying to close out a world championship. In this inning, a broken bat base hit, catcher's interference, sacrifice fly. 2 of them for the Dodgers to tie it and take the lead. 2 on, 2 out, and a 2-2 to Freddie Freeman. Chases strike 3. Dodgers by a run. 2, 3, and 4 for the Yankees. Blake Treinen stays in and delivers strike 1 to Juan Soto. It's Soto, Judge, and Chisholm coming up in a 7-6 game. Yankees need a run to extend their season. On an 0-1, Soto fouls it off. Strike 2. Blake Treinen pitching for the 3rd time in 5 games in this series. 78 pitches over those 3 games. He's retired all 4 that he's faced so far. But the test climbs in difficulty right here.
It'll be completely worth it. He'll have all the rest in the world. If they lock down this game, it'll be a big-time struggle the rest of the season. Or series if the Yankees were to come back and win.
Soto rolls one to first for Freddie Freeman. Race to the bag. Treinen just wins it. Well, this is it for the Yankees. This feels like the shot. Here comes Aaron Judge. Over. 3-1 put out. The Yankees failed to make in the 5-run 5th. 1 gone in the 8th, and Aaron Judge. Oh, roller coaster day for him. First home run of the player, first home run of the World Series in the 1st inning, but then his error started the problems in the 5th. Treinen's 1-0. Judge.
Yeah, mainly because it's a 1 in 1,000 error. Like he'll have 1,000 more outs before he'll ever do that again.
2-0. Spinner for a strike. Perfect pitch from Blake Trinan. This crowd so nervous. Eerily silent in here. Judge trying to bring him to life. Fouls it back, and it's 2-2.
That was one he'd like to have back.
He's worked it full. Jazz Chisholm waits on deck. Captain at the plate. One-run game in the 8th. 3-2. Aaron Judge looking for his greatest Yankees moment. Payoff from Trinan. Backs up, hooked over third and down the line. Judge is headed for second. He's got a double. Tying run in scoring position in the 8th.
Well, he got a breaking ball and he kept it fair. That one stayed on the inner half of the plate. Muncy just misses making another incredible play. Judge a good base runner.
Jazz Chisholm up there. 0 for 17 in this postseason with runners in scoring position. First one from Trinan. Upstairs, ball 1. How much more does Trinan have left? 33 pitches. At the end of a long season, his first one after missing 2 with a shoulder issue. Hudson's ready. Buehler and probably getting ready. 1-0. Ball 2 on Chisholm.
Again, low, plain, middle to strike down is the swing path for Jazz if he gets a sinker here.
Stanton waits on deck. Got the call. Come on back, Jazz. 3 balls, 1 strike.
This is where Booney's got to remind his player, keep your head, keep your head, stay in there. He's had to tell Jazz a couple times, emotional player. It's only strike 1.
It's been like a nightly occurrence.
Yeah.
Jazz and the umpire sharing at least a look or 2. One of the deadline pickups for the Yankees. Season on the line. Bottom of the 8th. 3-1. Takes ball 4. No question that time. The go-ahead run is on. And Giancarlo Stanton's coming up. Will it be against Trinan, or does Dave Roberts dip into that bullpen for one of the 2 options? Here he comes.
He's giving him the, hey, I'm not made up my mind yet to Trinan. Like, we're going to talk. And then maybe see how he feels and makes that decision. They leave him in. He's going to leave him in.
Most pitches he's thrown this year, 39. That was back in June. This will be his 38th. And these are the highest stretched 38 pitches he's ever thrown.
So now I go back to earlier today. We talked about Stanton taking all those curveballs out of the machine, taking batting practice. And all the things that he's been able to do to deliver. A homer tonight. Will he get a breaking ball? And will that work pay off? from a sinker and a curveball throwing Blake Trinan.
Well, he's hit 18 postseason home runs, among the Yankees legends in the postseason. He's performed when it's mattered most here in New York. He's knocked in another 2 today. He's got the tying run at second and the go-ahead run at first. First pitch. Lifted down the right field line. Betts sprints on. He's under it. He's got it. Stands the second out.
Well, he got the sinker, and he missed it.
You got Blake Trinan, who dug deep similarly in the division series to finish that off Game 5 in the do-or-die against the Padres. Doing it again here. Dave Roberts aggressive with his bullpen on a night where he didn't think he was going to have to be like this, but Jack Flaherty fails to get out of the second. And that bullpen gate started swinging open. So here we are now, Trinan ready for his 39th pitch. 2 on, 2 out in the 8th. Anthony Rizzo at the plate. Strike one. Anthony Rizzo's last home run, June 13th. 2 broken fingers. Really just been a bat-to-ball guy in this post. On an 0-1. Swings and misses. Back pick to second. Judges in there safely. Tommy Edman just tried to catch the ball and put his focus on that, with a 6-7 Judge streaking ahead of him. Arms in the outfield, none of them great. Although Teoscar Hernandez an assist at the plate in this series. Trinan to Rizzo with an 0-2 pitch. On 1-2, Rizzo swings and misses. Blake Trinan digs deep, and the Dodgers are 3 outs away from a world championship. To the 9th inning we go. The Dodgers 7, the Yankees 6. In a game the Yankees led 5-0. The Dodgers with 5 unearned runs in the 5th inning and 2 sacrifice flies in the 8th to turn it around. They look for insurance here with the heart of the order against Luke Weaver. Strike one on Teoscar Hernandez. For the Yankees in the bottom of the 9th, bottom of the order, Volpe, Wells, Verdugo, and it looks like it's going to be Walker Buehler coming in to face him. 2 days after he threw 76 pitches in a Game 3 win.
Well, it would be a side day, but this is not a normal side day. And adrenaline will get him through 1 inning, no doubt. Any pitcher who is a starting pitcher that pitches once every 5 days or once every 6, the in-between side days, I'd say this one's filled with adrenaline.
Ground ball left side and through, and Teoscar Hernandez has started the 9th with a base hit. He has come to life in this World Series after he was a 0 for a lot of the championship series. They'll pinch run for him. Chris Taylor over there. Dodgers noting the importance of that insurance run. They get the added speed there with Taylor.
And the defense for the bottom half.
That probably would have been a move anyways. So Taylor's on. Muncy's coming up. Muncy jumps on the first pitch. It's a high line drive to right that hangs up for Soto. 1 out. And Kike Hernandez to the plate. But we asked Dave Roberts yesterday what needed to be said about this 2024 Dodger team. And he thought about it and he said, you know, we've always been talented. We haven't always been tough. 3 straight postseason disappointments, including the back-to-back division series exits the last 2 years. This year, Dave Roberts said, this team learned how to brawl. This team learned how to street fight. They got punched in the gut again in Game 4. Tested the toughness again. They fall behind 5-0 here in Game 5. Toughness once again put to the test. And this game's looked like a microcosm of who they've been all year. Punched, back up to punch back, and 3 outs away from coming out on top.
Yeah, this game really kind of embodies both teams' kind of journey and season in opposite ways if it doesn't work out for the Yankees in a comeback.
Taylor, good lead over there after 2 disengagements, not running. It's a ball on Kike Hernandez. You know, in those early disappointments in the postseason, one of the big things was that in the biggest moments, they didn't come through. They didn't make the hit. They didn't make the pitch. This year, it seemed they've gotten whatever they've needed. The big hit, big pitch, big play, whenever they've needed it. Pop foul and out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike.
But what I can also appreciate, they don't take anything for granted. They really don't. It's not just a saying. Dave Roberts talks about this team paying attention to every detail, running it out.
That's the 3rd disengagement, and it's a balk. Yet another mistake by the Yankees.
Well, you know, Weaver is drained. He has been forced into scenarios that are uncommon to him, and this is just one of those moments. And he's given everything he has, by the way, to try to make this a 1-run deficit, but been thrown into a lion's pit.
That's a new rule last year. You can throw over there twice, and the 3rd one you got to get the guy, or he gets second base. Visit from Anthony Rizzo. And in the same way this game feels like an embodiment of the Dodgers, more and more it feels like it's at least exposing the flaws that the Yankees have had for a lot of this season. Has not been tidy a lot of the way. Bludgeon teams. But there were those flaws lurking under the surface. Been brought to the surface by the 98 win National League champion Dodgers. 1 ball, 1 strike on Kike Hernandez. Insurance out there at second. Weaver deals, and Hernandez takes high. And as much as this story for the Dodgers has been about the superstars with Ohtani and Betts and Freeman at the top of the order, it's been a story about the role players. Tommy Edman wins championship series MVP. Guys like this at the plate in Kike Hernandez. And an entire staff of pitchers. I mean, you don't have a rotation in the bullpen. They've had a true staff. And it's fitting that it's Walker Buehler, another unsung guy who's going to go out there to try to get the last 3 outs. All the pieces to the puzzle fitting together perfectly for this team. And they hope it's a championship puzzle. On 3-1, Hernandez takes upstairs, ball 4.
I think Aaron's got to think about going to get his great closer in Weaver. He's run out of gas.
Leiter peeking over that wall to see if Boone is coming out, and he is. Looks like Leiter's going to come into this game. Leiter will come in. Dodgers at first and second. They got a 7-6 lead, trying to widen the gap to the bottom of the 9th. Mark Leiter's on. Tommy Edman's up. One of those unsung guys that have helped complete this picture for the Dodgers. Takes a strike from Leiter.
Well, Leiter's got that split finger and the overhand curveball. He knows what's before him. He's got to find a way to get these next 2 hitters out.
In for the Yankees, bottom of the order. Volpe, Wells, Verdugo. And it appears Walker Buehler is going to come on to try and get those last 3 outs, as Julio Urias did in the 2020 World Series. 2-1 on Edman. This is where everybody thought the Dodgers would get to. They got there just with an entirely different crew than Bill figured that they would get here with, and took a different path, all the injuries. One of the faces of that story at the plate here, and Tommy Edman. Down a 2-1 from Leiter. He takes a strike. 2-2.
Well, when you think about the first 5 innings, going into the 5th inning, there was virtually no stress for Garrett Cole. And from the 5th inning on, it's been stress city. Runners on, counts in their favor for the Dodgers.
Leiter throws. Edman takes in the dirt. Good stop by Wells. Count is full. Yeah, you know, if they hang on here, Freddie Freeman's probably going to win MVP, and you're going to have the lasting image of the Grand Slam. But what should not be overlooked is how they've dominated the margins. Clear edges throughout this World Series, and all the little things, the defense, the base running, the ability to just put the ball in play. All those things have stacked up. No more obvious than in this Game 5. Hernandez at second, or Taylor at second, Hernandez at first, and a 3-2 to Edman. Got him swinging. Bottom falls out of a curveball. 2 out.
Well, that's been his go-to pitch on a 3-2 count. He's got some big outs on that breaking ball. You see how it pops out of his hands, goes straight down.
Two on, 2 out, and Will Smith. Mark Leiter trying to set the Yankees up for the 9th inning. Ground ball to third. Chisholm spears it, fires it over, and gets him. Leiter comes on, strands 2.
The beautiful pressure of the World Series. Sometimes it does more than just test your limits. It redefines them. Walker Buehler has the ball in his hands on 1 day of rest in a season in which he missed almost 2 years after a second Tommy John surgery. It's a great tradition of the World Series going back 100 years to Walter Johnson in 1924, a starter coming out of the bullpen, to Randy Johnson, to Madison Bumgarner, to Chris Sale, and now Walker Buehler.
For the Dodgers, 3 outs away from their 8th World Championship. Anthony Volpe, Austin Wells, Alex Verdugo trying to extend the Yankees season. First pitch from Buehler. 1 ball, no strikes.
That's the one thing to watch for. Okay, adrenaline will be fine with the miles per hour, but the command. Will he have the command? When you are forced to pitch in an earlier, obviously 2 days rest, that's usually what suffers.
Volpe takes a strike, 1-1. Volpe saved him yesterday. Had the grand slam. Felt like it was over before that. He said not yet. Helped force this Game 5. Leads off the 9th. And a little cue shot up along first, foul. Walker Buehler, who for a lot of the regular season was fighting just to show that he belonged on the postseason roster. A most improbable 9th inning character out there for the Dodgers trying to finish this off. His 1-2 pitch. Whistles away, 97 but not close.
Yeah, see that again. He's going to have the miles per hour because he is There's no start in America that gets you as revved up at pitch in the 9th inning.
The 2-2. Breaking pitch. Grounded to third. Muncie's got it. One gone in the 9th. So now it's Austin Wells. All these to look back on and say, what if? Wells takes a strike. This Dodger franchise, the pride of the long history, goes back to Brooklyn in 1890. The thrill of the dominance in the regular season, but the frustration of falling short recently. This close to putting those demons to rest. This close to validating a decade of dominance. They won it in 2020, and they tell you that they're proud of that, but there's still this empty feeling that they didn't get to truly celebrate it. They didn't get to have that parade. This close to celebrating like it's 88. 2-1 on Wells.
Somehow, if Wells gets on, I'm sure Aaron Boone will pinch run for him.
Two and 2. '98 wins during the regular season, pushed and tested the whole way though. Buehler's 2-2.
Move it.
Whew, these Yankee fans have been on their feet a long time tonight.
Count is full. Tying run at the plate in a 7-6 game. Bottom of the 9th inning, game 5. Dodgers have a 3-1 series lead. Austin Wells on a 3-2. Swings and misses. The Dodgers are 1 out away. Walker Buehler is 1 out away.
7 of the 12 pitches have been the breaking ball, and that has got the perfect feeling and the perfect rotation.
And it's up to the former Dodger, Alex Verdugo, to try and keep things alive for the Yankees. Buehler throws and misses downstairs. Top of the order, Gleyber Torres, if Verdugo can reach. Dave Roberts giving directions to his outfielders. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 2 on Verdugo. The Dodgers a strike away from a championship, from a proper celebration. Start the party, Los Angeles! Your Dodgers have won the World Series! They cap off their 8th World Championship. with a comeback for the ages from down 5-0 to win it 7-6 in 5 games in this clash of the Titans. The Dodgers over the Yankees, and Walker Buehler, of all people, who is questionable even to make the postseason roster down the stretch, comes on 2 days after he starts Game 3 and saves Game 5. It's the largest comeback win in a clinching game in World Series history. The Yankees cracked the door open, and a team that has been tested and calloused, and Dave Roberts said became tougher than any team he's been around, kicked that door open and clinched the World Series.
I will say this. It's one of the best managerial jobs I've ever seen in a World Series and a playoffs. And Dave Roberts, you were amazing with that roster, with those moves, with those choices. It all worked out. It wasn't the prettiest at times as far as bullpen games, the amount of guys they had to use, but they used their entire roster this postseason.
Teoscar Hernandez wins the ring. So does Shohei Ohtani in his first time in the postseason. And there's your likely MVP, Freddie Freeman, who homers in the first 4 games. Mookie Betts becomes the first active player with 3 rings with the Red Sox in 2018. In his first year with the Dodgers in 20. And now he can really celebrate in 2024. And redemption for the Dodgers. Validation for Dave Roberts. Even with all his success in the regular season, his team's failures in the postseason meant that he was feeling pressure coming into this October. But he guided them back from the brink of elimination in the division series through a championship series where they were pushed. I mean, he had to manage, truly manage the Dodgers through this run. Down to that celebration we go. Here's Tom Verducci.
I am with Mookie Betts. And Mookie, if this is the signature game of the LA Dodgers, winning the World Championship, coming from down 5 runs in the 5th, down 1 run in the 8th, what does it say about this championship team?
I mean, we're obviously resilient, but there's so much love in this clubhouse that won this game today. That's what it was. It was love. It was grit. I mean, it was just a beautiful thing, and I'm just proud of us, and I'm just happy for us.
Mookie, the winning run scored with your at-bats. The 4th time you saw Luke Weaver in this World Series. 1 pitch. Take us through your game plan, that approach.
Oh, at that point, I was just, don't strike out. Put one in play right there. You never know what's going to happen. And I had a little talk with Freddie right before that because I didn't know what to do. And Freddie just said, trust your gut. And so I went up there and just said, put it in play.
Your 3rd ring. This time, there's a parade that comes with it, Mookie.
Yeah, I'm super excited about that. We come in L.A.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir.
Now to Ken Rosenthal.
Thanks, Tom. We're waiting for Walker right here. Walker. Walker, when you woke up this morning, did you have any inkling you'd be closing out the clinching game of this series?
No, I didn't throw a ball until I went out there, so no.
After all you went through, missed almost 2 years, you had an up and down season. What does it mean to you to do what you did tonight?
Obviously for me personally, huge. Two years off, 2 surgeries. It's a lot. For our organization, we deserve this. We've been playing really good baseball for a lot of years, and everybody talks about 2020 and whatever, but they can't say a whole lot about it now.
How did you feel out there?
I don't know. It's hard to explain. I felt like I weighed about 5 pounds, and wish I was in a little better shape so my heart could have handled it better, but it worked out in the end.
The team. You guys were down 2-1 in the division series to the Padres. You were down 5-0 tonight. What is it about this group that makes it so resilient?
You know, there's just a lot of ways we can win baseball games. Obviously, the superstars we have on our team, and the discipline, just kind of all adds up, and that's a big inning. You know, it's just wild.
Walker, congratulations. Thank you.
All right, Kenny. Shohei Ohtani, the guy that was supposed to get him over the top, certainly helped get him here, but it was the rest of the cast that won it. With Ohtani struggling in this World Series, everybody else around him picked up the pieces, and here they are as champions. Back down to the field, here's Tom.
Blake Trinan, what an effort. At the end of a long season, you worked hard in this World Series. A lot of emotion after that last strikeout. How are you feeling physically tonight?
I feel great right now. You know, it's the favor of the Lord on my body. I've been praying just to be ready and able for this team when they need me. Man, what a moment for our team to down 5-0. What a moment for us to come back.
Yeah, no one's ever done that before, Blake. Coming
really?
5 runs down to clinch the World Series. What does that say about the LA Dodgers?
Well, I've been very blessed to be a part of this organization for my 5th year now. In my first year, we were, very blessed to have a World Series in Texas. And there's been a lot of people that want to discredit 2020. And I don't want to harp on this a lot, but it's so great to see the guys that are still here from then, Doc, the players, front office, being able to finally silence the critics on this, because every year has its challenges. Everybody has the same playing field. That's an amazing team we just played. This team has 0 quit in it. And every single night, if we don't have the outcome we want, there's always guys out there picking each other up and challenging ourselves to be better. And that's why we won tonight.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So few championships have been so well earned. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Back to you, Joe.
All right, Tom. So the Dodgers win their 8th World Championship. And for the 4th time, they do it over the Yankees. 7 games in 1955. Complete game 2-hit shutout from Johnny Padres to clinch their first title after the Yankees had beaten the first 5 head-to-head matchups. Then in 63, they sweep the Yankees behind the dominant pitching of Koufax and Drysdale, and again Padres. And then in 1981, the late Fernando Valenzuela pitches the toughest, grittiest game of his life to turn that series around. And they do it here in 2024. This is back what it looked like when they got their first title, when the Bums, as they called them, finally found a way to win it. Time of the sort of celebrating in 1981. Freddie Freeman started this show with the grand slam, the walk-off grand slam in Game 1, the first one in World Series history. And they capped the World Series with more history, the largest comeback win in a clinching game, from down 5-0 to win 7-6. Plenty more to come. The trophy presentation on the other side of the break. The Los Angeles Dodgers, the champions of baseball in 2024.